guys, how are you? Let me just change things up a little bit. I'm going to switch to this for now. Hey guys, welcome to the fall live stream. I mentioned in this one that I did in the summer that I wanted to continue this little set here from bits and pieces throughout the year. So this time around we are doing a fall gnome puzzle. It's called Fall Gnomes in the Woods. It's kind of weird how they sell these. This is a 300-piece bundle set. They have a 500-piece bundle set and I think a 1,000-piece bundle set. Some of them you can get on Amazon, some you can only get on bits and pieces, and some you can get individually and not in the set. There's kind of no rhyme or reason to it as far as I can tell. But I do know that they are going to eventually sell the 300-piece set on Amazon if they don't already. You have to get that from bits and pieces. But as you're coming in, just say hello and welcome. Hey, a child. I never remember what your first name is, so hello and welcome. Also, Stacy, hello and welcome. And just if you've never been here before, it takes me a bit to see your comments. If you're commenting and I'm not responding back, don't worry. It takes like a few minutes for me to see them sometimes. So I just wanted to give you that little heads up. Let me just get situated. Also, before I jump into it, I have to have some coffee. It's a really fun, let me show you up here. It's a little Disney bug. It says not a morning person, but it's like morning as in being said. Little Disney Haunted Mansion puzzle. If you didn't see the first comment that I posted, I am doing a giveaway for this live, and I have actually a set of tonight's puzzle along with the other ones, but this is the 500-piece set. And so to enter, you just need to be a subscriber. And then if you can just comment what your favorite autumn activity is, then you guys can enter to win the set, which is now upside down for you. But it's cute. It's, again, the 500-piece version. So good luck for those who want to enter. And I, of course, also just want to know what your fall activities are, because I feel like it's going by so quickly. How is Halloween in just a couple days? It's wild. But let's see. Hello, Claudine. Glad you were here. And Marie and Jana. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a fun time. So as always, you're welcome to ask me questions, talk puzzle stuff. You can always let me know about new releases that you're interested in. But I am going to break open this guy. I'm going to switch the video so that way you can see what I'm doing. And I'm actually going to be doing it upside down for you because I want to make sure that it's the right side up. So let's just open this up and figure out which one is the autumn bag, because who knows? This one's definitely summer. This is winter. This guy. Let me put these back here. Oh, and if you want to see the bigger pieces or bigger pictures, they're super cute. This one I know you can buy individually. So if you just want the winter one, you can find it on Amazon. And then we have the spring one. And then we've already done this one last season. So it's a cute little set. I think it's weird that they don't have eyes, but yet they wear sunglasses. I don't know. I wasn't the artist who did these, but they're cute anyways. Alrighty. I think I'm going to use something to prop up the image, although it shouldn't be too hard. I think I'm just going to have it right underneath you guys. Right there. It might fall. We'll see. Let's see. Carol's favorite activity is going to an apple orchard. We did do that this year, and it was so fun. It was a very spur of the moment. We were already out, and I was like, oh, wow, there's a lot of pieces together. There's 5 pieces just right off the bat, which sometimes I'm like, ooh, yay. I'm like, that's a lot for a 300-piece puzzle. We had gone to Seattle for something. I don't know what we were doing out, but I was like, oh, there's an apple orchard near us. And I love apples. It is my favorite food. And so we went, and it was a whole thing that we weren't prepared for. So it was fun. We got a ton of apples. I made a ton of apple pie. No, I made one apple pie. I made a ton of applesauce. and then made apple crisp and apple bread, like anything apple. I was loving it. Dave was kind of done with it within like a week, but I was really excited about it. We aren't really much of like the pumpkin patch type people, although we did go to a pumpkin patch the first time we were here in the fall. We weren't living here yet, but Dave was here for work. We had gone to a pumpkin patch type situation. Let's see. That's what I'm guessing too. Although, yeah, I guess because if you look at this one, actually, he's peeking out from underneath his hat. But it's funny how the summer one, he's like wearing sunglasses over his hat. So it's like, which one is it? Let's see. Fall nature walks. Searching for mushrooms. I think it's a big thing in Washington. If I'm not, like, I think that's a thing. Like, you can actually like go on like mushroom tours. I don't know. I've never done it. But this one might be a lot trickier than my summer one. Look at, there's like huge sections together. I'm keeping them together because I don't know. I want to. But, and of course, everyone. Well, I'm sure some of you are excited about Halloween. We normally don't do anything Halloween. Rephrase. Since we moved here, we haven't really done anything for Halloween. When we lived in California, we would go over to friends' houses or go to Disney. We went to Disney a few times on Halloween night because that is like a fun, like, I guess, hack. I don't know if you want to call it that. But we always went on Halloween night because it's the final day they do the event. And so they have to get rid of all the candy and all the stuff from the events. So come like 4 hours before it ends, they're just like trying to get rid of as much candy and snacks as possible. And so one year we went as pirates, and Dave had like this giant laundry bag, and it was our like booty bag that we used for like the candy. Because you can go in the lines as many times as you wanted. They didn't like count or whatever. And so we went in with his booty bag, and he'd like just use it as a trick or treat bag. But then they would realize like how big it was, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we have to give you more stuff." And so they'd like wait, and they'd give like a whole box of like something, and they just dump it in his bag. And we went to a couple of them, like they were just like dump whole boxes in because they're like, "We can't use it past today, so you're getting all of it." And we ended up going back to the hotel because we were staying close by because it's like an evening thing. And I don't remember, it was like a very heavy bag. Like I couldn't lift it. It was crazy. So we always then, when always on Halloween, like we need more candy, but it was kind of fun to go to them because they're just like excited to get rid of it all. I feel like I'm not sure where I want to go with this. Maybe the beards. There's also like a pale, like light yellow. I feel like I should have brought over some sorting trays or something. Well, Oliver, I think I will maybe get sorting trays. Hey, Carrie, welcome. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Let's get sorting trays. Okay. Almost fell. That by me. We haven't really explored much of Oregon besides when I went to Portland Jigsaw Masters. And then one thing that's exciting for us right now, if you are new here, my husband Dave, kind of to think of it as like working on the civilian side of the military, because sometimes we can like go to different places. This is how we ended up here in San Diego and Mississippi. Like we just end up in different places, and sometimes it's just like a temporary situation. Like when Dave was here originally, he was just here like on travel, and then we ended up moving here. But we were expecting that next year he was going to be in Oregon for like 11 months. That was the original plan. And so it wasn't our favorite thing, But then we just found out on Friday that that's not the case. They're sending someone different because there's a bigger project up here that they need him for. And now he can stay home next year, which is exciting. So now I'm like, oh, now we can plan vacations, because before he would have been like stuck in Oregon for 11 months. I mean, he could have come home on the weekends, but I feel like I have no plan for this puzzle. I haven't even started yet. I'm just like moving pieces around. Don't mind me. I'd love to know what puzzle you're working on, if you are, and if you brought a fall puzzle. I know it's for some of you, if you are only on Instagram, you had very short notice. If you are on the Facebook group, I at least gave you a few days to figure out what puzzle to do. So sorry if you were in the Instagram group. But if ever you want to know like the behind the scenes stuff, either Patreon is like where the actual dirt is, and then of course you can go to the Facebook group. Let's see. All right. Here's these. I was like, I had these pieces before. I'm usually not this disorganized. It was like one of those things where I knew I had to start this at 4, and then I couldn't like figure out what to do in between. So then I was like, oh, I'll just read. And then all of a sudden I was like, time to set up. And I was like, oh crap. So it's not quite prepared to start, even though I like knew that it was coming. Working on a 2,000 piece Lord of the Rings. Ooh. How Stacy is working on her Reverie Halloween Advents. How was it? I've heard mixed things this year, so I'm very curious because they have their Christmas one, and I didn't get it this year because I just couldn't do it. But I'm curious to see how you liked it. Oh wait, this is like a corner? Oh, it is a corner. Look at that. Okay. I think I'm going to work on I'm trying to decide if I want to do pumpkins or beards, if you want to see what I'm looking at. You know, like pumpkins, which are pretty decent size. We have like this floor. The floor actually might be easier than I'm expecting, so it's really not that big. Now let's try working on that and try to make sense of my puzzle pieces that are happening right now. Let's see, Carrie's working on Robinsburger's Niagara Falls. Fun. Sorry, we have an Oliver who is very vocal right now. I'm sure he'll come over and make his presence known. He's been in a mood today. Yeah, huh? Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, I've heard very mixed things about the Halloween one. I had one person, I know one person was missing pieces, and then one person is finding pieces, and I forget which said what, and now I'm trying to figure out who it is, because I'm like, maybe it's their pieces, but I couldn't remember who I saw that post from. Oliver is very vocal, so sorry if it gets your pets in a tiff, because he's a loud one. I heard when somewhere, I forget where, but that kittens, when they're young, like they don't really meow too much unless you talk to them, and then it's like, oh well, I need to talk back, and that's why they meow. I don't remember where I read that, but I mean, it's possible, because I talked to Loki all the time when he was a kitten, and I even like used his like voice, you know, when he was a kitten, and he's always been very vocal, and I swear he says mama. Dave says it too, because at first he thought it was just like me saying it, and I was like, no, like he really does say it, and he hears it all the time too. Let's see. This one's definitely harder, I think, than the summer one. Although, oh, we have this flower. Maybe I'll pull flower pieces as I see them too. The big sunflower. So last night, hi Christopher. Dave and I went to Seattle, and there's a little like cafe. It's called The Missing Piece, and it's like has board games that you can just like play. Like they have like something that you can buy, but there's like a whole bookcase worth of things that you can just use while you're there. And so, but also they have events all the time. And so we went last night and went to a puzzling event, and it was quite a few of us that I saw at Worlds, which was kind of fun. Like I didn't realize Frank was going. Frank was my partner when we were at Worlds. And he was just like, oh, hey, Emily. And I was like, hey. And it's like, you realize how such a small community the puzzling world is in our area. So there's actually a few of us that had gone to Worlds, which is funny. And then, so it was me, Cosmo brought a friend, and then Dave was with us too. And Cosmo's friend and Dave aren't puzzlers. And me and Cosmo are. Cosmo had gone to Worlds too. And so that was our team. And it's a very small venue. There's maybe like 8 tables. And it's always just there to have fun. I'm trying to look for the yellow pieces. And we ended up placing first, which was pretty fun. I mean, the competition was not extreme. Although it was us and like one other group that had gone to Worlds, and they were second. So we were only 50 seconds away from each other. But it was fun. It was a fun little like cat puzzle from New York Puzzle Company, which was kind of tricky because of the piece shape. I mean, it wasn't like a standard like Ravensburger that you're used to speed puzzling. And also having 4 sets of hands in a 500 piece is kind of hard because you're kind of like on top of each other. But it was a good time. And so we are planning on going next month. It's a monthly thing. So we are planning on going next month, which should be fun. Okay, so I have these yellow pieces, which are both leaves. And I think I might have to wait on these ones. They're leaves and the flower. Let's see. This is the leaf over here. You know, I love everything about fall too. Fall is definitely my favorite season, although I think since moving to Washington, I might have to change that answer because fall means that it's a lot rainier than what I'm used to, or at least not as sunny and nice as when we lived in California. So I think I might have to change my answer to summer because summers here are gorgeous. But if I was to live in Maine, like I just like the activities of fall, you know? Let's see. See, this is might be part of a flower. Nope. Been trying recently to like find other hobbies besides puzzling, just so that I don't know, can keep puzzling a little bit less. I don't know if that makes sense, but just to, when I am puzzling, I'm a little bit more present. And so I've been doing a ton of painting. Been really getting into my watercolor painting. and that's been fun. And then I recently at the thrift store, is this good to get? These are wrong. At the thrift store, I found a knitting machine. If you guys are on Instagram, you know that I had made a couple hats. And it's been fun. Does this go together? No, that's wrong. Sorry. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Oh, you're working on a Halloween themed puzzle. Ooh, your 3D haunted house puzzle from Ravensburger lights up. That's fun. My 3D one, this one doesn't, but I don't know if you can see them. These guys here light up. They're by Peace Relax, which is the same company as Pintu. They're these, I'll put them this way. 3D little guys, and these ones light up, but I don't want to take out their hats right now. But that's fun. I didn't know they had one. And then, oh, we went up to the way up north. That's fun up in Aroostook County. Dave and I went up there when, I think I've mentioned this before. If I did, let me know. But when were we even married? I think we were dating. One of the things that we were doing, was to, I'm distracted by pieces. We had these state park passports. So the state made you have like a book, and it has 48 pages, and it has like stamps for like each of the state parks, as if you had like a passport, and you had to like go in, unlock the box, and like stamp it. And they're all throughout the state. And so like some were easy, they were just like a lighthouse or whatever. Some were hard to get to. Like the hardest one we had to get to was called Warren Island, and you had to go to Lincoln, which was not near us. We had to drive to Lincoln, take a ferry across to Islesboro, and then we had to call ahead of time that we were coming, because then the warden brought over a rowboat, and you had to like row across the bay to get to the island. And it was super fun, but we also had to go to a few there in the North Main Woods, which there's a whole like TV show about the North Main Woods. And it was funny because we had gone, well, it wasn't funny at the time. It's funny now that we look back on it. But as we were going there, we had like a whole week plan to like finish the book. Like we had worked on it for like 3 years. This was like the big last hurrah to finish the book. And we started driving up north, and like within an hour, it's like got super like lightning-y outside. Maine is beautiful. It can also be really long cold winters. What was I saying? Oh, and so we had started driving on the highway, and we saw lightning in the distance, and they're like, huh. And then all of a sudden we saw like this like thing in the road, and we swerved, and it was a moose, and we ended up hitting the moose. But it wasn't enough to like damage the car. It was just like, well, we did damage the car, but it was still drivable. Like usually when you hit a moose, you do not live to tell the tale. And so we pull off to the next exit, because it was like pitch black. And at that point, all of a sudden it was like torrential downpours, and it like happened within like a matter of like a few minutes. And so then Dave goes out, checks the car, whole door is beat up. And sorry, I'm really distracted. But then of course we had like a whole week in the North Main Woods going to the different state parks. So we ended up driving, and we were like, we can't tell our parents because they're gonna like be freaking out because we're going into the state woods. And what's funny is that like, what was I gonna say? Oh, we were in a Toyota Camry, and if you go to the North Main Woods, it's like you should have 4-wheel drive because it's a logging area. Well, we couldn't see the moose because it was pitch black out, and we were on the highway. And like the highways in Maine, like no one really, like especially where we were, there was like not many other cars, so you couldn't tell that it was even there until it was too late. So, but we lived to tell the tale. And throughout the trip, we'd drive and there was logging trucks because it's a logging area. And they were looking at us because like trees would be in the middle of the road. They were like, it's going to be like an hour. And you're like, okay. And they're like, you're driving the Northland Woods in a Camry? And they're like, yeah, don't mind us. I think they all thought we were crazy. But it was a fun, memorable trip, that's for sure. There's like a hat that's, I feel like I can't figure out how to get these together. I think they go like this so that there's really not like a piece connecting them right now. So. Oh, okay, so it's together. And then this one goes here. All right, we made like some progress. So I'm doing upside down, so it'd be over here. And then this is over here. Sorry, I forgot that part that I was doing it upside down. There we go. I know. Hi, Samuel. I don't think I said hello to you yet. Yeah, it was kind of fun that there were so many people that we originally like met in Spain, and then we all lived so close to each other, which is kind of fun. We're actually all considering, at least some of us, when I was talking to them yesterday, was considering going to nationals, which if you haven't seen the announcement, I'm sure everyone has at this point. Nationals is in April, and I might be going. So that should be fun. It's in Washington, D.C. this year, but it's like connected to some Comic-Con thing. So be different. This goes here. Alrighty. I'm not quite sure what to do with all these. Oh, I think it goes over here. There's a leaf. This goes way higher. Yeah, it was a crazy, and it's funny because when you go through like driver's ed and such in Maine, they like teach you how to prepare for those type of situations because it happens and it can be scary at the time. I think this goes together like this, maybe, and then it goes over here, part of that leaf. Yay. I think it'd be fun to go to nationals next year. It's in April, so I don't know how the weather is at that time. Wait, this is wrong. It goes this way. These pieces, I don't know if you can tell, they're like triangles. So it's easy to get things out of place. And this one goes here. Welcome to your first live stream here. Looks like there's a bunch of us this time around. That's exciting. I have been reading, so CDS, I can't quite read it all, but they like to snuggle up with a good book. I've been reading a lot recently. I have Libby, which you can use with your library for like ebooks and audiobooks. But I had an issue with like our library is really, really, really small. And so there's really not a lot of copies of those digital items. So to get like one of the books, it takes like 12 weeks at least, especially if it's like a popular book. So I was starting to read Court of Thorns and Roses, is that the series? And it would take forever to get the books. And then I would like hold them, but then they would come in sequence. I was just like, this is really annoying. And then I found out that with my Spotify account, you get like 15 hours of audiobook listening a month, I was so excited about. But the books are longer than the 15 hours. They're normally like 28 hours to listen to them. So then I would like get through half of it and then I'd have to wait like weeks for the next month to start. And so then I found out that my library goes through a thing called Cloud Library, and you can get instant downloads, but you only have them for a week at a time. So you have to like read really fast. So that's what I've been doing to continue with the series, because like, this is ridiculous. It's taking me forever to get each individual book. Like, yes, I could go buy the book, but I seldom reread books. So I'd much rather support my library. And so now I'm on the third book of that series. And it's good. It's like a fairy book, but it's like fairies and warriors and lots of death and gore, and some of it's spicy, but it's fun. I like it. So if you have any book recommendations, let me know. Currently, that's the series I'm working with. I think continuing these guys. I didn't realize, so I think I have, I don't know, there's leaves here too, which makes it kind of tricky. But we'll see. But if you have Spotify and you didn't know that they have audiobooks, it's an extra little perk. Who's that? Oh, hi, Loki. Hi. Somebody woke up. And he's most likely going to join us in a minute. So sorry ahead of time. Oh, that's fun. They have statewide. When we were in California, it was a lot easier because, I mean, they just had more funding. You know, it was a much bigger library system. And also I could be a part of other libraries. Like I could be a part of San Diego or LA. But here I can't. And so I have just our small little library. And it is part of like the county system, but the county library is very small. So I think our library is like the size of my puzzle room. It's pretty tiny. Sorry, we're now going to be taking a break. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, because Loki has made his presence and is now joining the live stream. So sorry about that. Hi, baby. Yeah. So while I'm here, let's see, I had a couple topics on here. Oh, so I'm going to apologize now in case you aren't someone who celebrates Christmas, but who else is excited for my Advent series? Like, I'm so excited for it this year. So far, I have 15 puzzle Advents specifically for this year. And just to give you a little bit of the plan of what's happening. So starting next week, or at the end of this week, I'll have like a intro video of like what's happening, just so people are aware. And then the following 5 days, it's me going into like deep of a few per video. And then at the end, I'll have something similar as I did last year, where I have like a whole roundup of all the ones that I'm talking about, to just like not give spoilers in that video. So I'm excited about it. I have so many. I'm not going to do all of the days in each one, just because that'd be a lot. But I am excited to do that series. It's so much fun, and I've been partnering with a bunch of brands, and it'll be a fun little series that I like to do. But that way I can only focus like Christmas content to like that week, and then afterwards it's traditional content, just because I don't want it to be like super Christmassy over here, because I do know some of you do not celebrate. So wanted to respect that. I don't mind the bits and pieces cut sometimes. This one seems a little bit trickier than normal, although it's the same exact cut as the other one. It's just, I think the image is trickier. So I think it depends on the image for me. I don't mind them, but sorry, I guess I'm just gonna sit here with Loki for a minute. He's so snuggly. Let me see if I can at least sort out some pieces while I'm here. I'm gonna, I think, sort out the beards because that's a very stark white and that might help me a bit. So that's what I'll do while I'm giving Loki some love. I could also probably get some edges, but there's a lot of like false edges here because of the triangle situation that's happening. So we also have this green, which is pretty distinct too. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna sort out white as I'm sitting here. Hey, buddy. Dave and I definitely have kitten fever right now. We're really trying to hold out, but it is a strong. Oops, sorry, I got some fur. Didn't want it all in the puzzle. But part of me would like to wait until we don't have cats in the house. Because one of the things I'd love to do is instead of like going and getting a kitten, which is something that we would want to do if we had these two still in the house. But I'm also really wanting to like go to a shelter, and I mean the kittens would also come from a shelter, but like go to a shelter, and Loki's looking at me like this isn't happening. You're not getting another cat, and get like the oldest cat that's there, like old senior cats that need a home and probably aren't getting adopted, and just have them for like the few years that they're here, and then like move on to the next one. And, like some of them you see and they're like bonded with someone else, and it's a similar situation to like Dave's mom's cat. So when we had to put Dave's mom in a nursing home, like her cat, no one could take her because we had our cats and we lived across the country. And then we had a lot of people who were allergic to cats. And so then we ended up having to surrender the cat back to the shelter. And it's like, she was an older kitty. Luckily, she did get adopted pretty quickly, like within the month. But I know that's not the case for some. Like some, you see the stories and they're like, they have been here for 3 months. And you're like, oh, it's sad. You know? I think that'd be something I'd love to do. Oh, fun. I just did a recent one by Buffalo Games, the Lars Stewart Monument Valley train ride. I think that's what it's called. And I loved the image so much. But I was missing a couple of pieces. I was missing 2 pieces, which is the first I've ever had with them. Like I've done so many Buffalo Games. That was the only time I've ever had like issues. So I'm hoping it was just like a one-off, you know, that happens on occasion with any brand. Even at like Ravensburger, they have sometimes manufacturing issues. Okay, buddy, you don't need to show everybody your goods. We're gonna let you down. Sorry, guys. Oh, sweet baby. Thank you. All right, let's move on to beards. Sorry. Got Loki fur everywhere. Look at these. I'm going to try to do a little bit more of this. Sorry. I hate how he got his fur everywhere. There's that. Okay. Oh, does this go here? No, but it's close. All right. No, I'm like, he was dead asleep upstairs, and then all of a sudden I take out a puzzle, and he's like, oh, wait, Mama's downstairs. She needs some help. Like, he was nowhere near me, and all of a sudden he was wide awake. Oh, wait, this goes here. No, oh, it goes in here somewhere. This leaf. Here's this. Mm-hmm. All right, something like that. This goes here. I don't know where this one goes, but we'll find it. Oops, no. I don't know. I don't know. All right, beards. Let's do it. Are there any new releases that you guys are eyeing? Always curious to add more to my wish list. Not quite. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, I got way too many puzzles this week though. Oh, I just realized it's like this tree bit. Oh, thank you. A child. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Oh wait, this is a beard. Oh, there's like these little bits here. Oh, I was talking about new releases, new Magnolia. Yeah. I love all of those too. I feel like brands know to post all these fun puzzles out at the same time. Cause like maybe if you're like breaking a no buy, you'll like break it from multiple puzzles, you know? I'm trying to be good, but this week I probably had like 14 new puzzles enter this house. Some I purchased, some I did not. They were gifted to me, and it's like I can't do them fast enough. I'm not complaining whatsoever. Don't get me wrong. Like I love it, but it's can get overwhelming. So I'm like, man, I just redid my puzzle shells, and now I don't have any space left. But there's some fun ones. Ellen Access put out a bunch of fun ones. Ah, I love her puzzles. I just wish she had more 500-piece puzzles. Like, that's my only thing with her stuff, because I love her puzzles, but I much prefer doing smaller piece counts. For one, time purposes, because I just have so many to get through. Oh, hey, this goes here. And then there's like a braided one. Dun, dun, dun. I just got a whole bunch of puzzle twist puzzles because they are the sponsor for Winter Carnival that I'm going to. And so I purchased a bunch because I had, whenever I do the blogs for Puzzle Warehouse, they give us gift cards, and then I like save them up to buy certain things. So I saved them up to buy some of the puzzle twist puzzles. So now we have a bunch to practice with. I've only ever done one, and I liked it, but I didn't speed run it at all. So I think it's fun that they're doing it that way, though, because, I mean, it's a puzzle competition. Normally people can like practice with the speed of like a standard size puzzle or whatever. But to have like the twist in it, like what twists are they going to do? Are they going to include the ones where it's a mix up, so then like it doesn't match the image? Like that's a skill that not, I feel like a lot of speedy puzzlers do. I don't know. Or it's like one of the versions that they have is like the image that you see is like black and white, but the puzzle is in color. They have that version. They have ones where like things are in the wrong place. And then to make it even more fun, if they wanted to, they could take the twist and like have to include it. Like if it's a seek and find puzzle, they can be like, all right, well, you did the puzzle. Now you need to find like 10 of the elements or something like that. I don't know if they do that, but I feel like it'd be a fun way to like add a twist to it, you know? Maybe. But I mean, the price difference to buy them wasn't that different either. Sorry, Stacy had said that the cost to make a 1,000 is pretty much the same as a 500, which is true. Which is why I sometimes don't see much of a cost difference like when you're buying them. But for me, like I would pay the same price. I just want a smaller piece count. Which I know that's not the same for everybody. Like people like they're gonna spend $20 on a puzzle. They'd much rather do one for 8 hours versus 3, which I get. But I'm also the type of person who like does my smaller piece counts multiple times, so that way I'm still getting like the time aspect out of it. I don't know. At least have the option. We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing with this, guys. I usually have this stumped. I'm just distracted. Maybe it's one of those puzzles where it's like you don't know, like it looks like jumbled until like the very end, and then you're like, oh wait, that wasn't that bad. That's my hope, anyway. Let's go this together. Do you think that if you are not needing content for your channel, would there be a certain season that you would complete more puzzles? I don't know. Maybe. I would have thought that, because I always think of like fall as puzzling season, you know, because it's dreary, there's longer nights and that type of thing. But recently I'm realizing I did way more puzzling in the summertime than I'm doing in fall. And I don't know if it's because I have like other things happening, but for some reason this year I'm not doing as many this time around. And maybe I just got to that point where I'm just like needing a break or needing other things to do besides puzzling. But I think it would definitely be different if I didn't have a channel, that's for sure. Because sometimes I do puzzles that maybe I wouldn't have picked just then, but I'm doing it because I really want to get the video done. It always ends up being a good time, but I think it would definitely be different. Although sometimes it also pushes me to do puzzles and I enjoy it a lot. Like, so just as an instance, I have that recent Blue Kazoo video and I really wanted to do the Richard Scary puzzle first. Like, oh no, I just dropped a piece and just stuck to me. Hi, baby. I really wanted to do the Richard Scary puzzle first, but I knew I was like, it'd be fun to also do like the oldest puzzle in my collection. And if it was up to me and I wasn't filming and you guys, I don't know, a while back, a few people had said to like do a video comparing the two. So if that wasn't the case, I probably would have just done the Richard Scary one because I wanted to do it so badly, but I didn't. I ended up doing the oldest puzzle first, and it ended up being great. Like it was a really fun puzzle. I'm actually gonna send that one off to Dave's dad because he's a puzzler and likes trains, so that works out perfectly. Like this is all very jumbled. Okay. hand. This is a hand. Hi, buddy. I know. Yeah. So the guy with the braids is over on this side. And that's also, I think, this one. And he's all in red. I think it's tricky because they're all like the same coloring. Do you ever wish that your hubby was into doing puzzles, or is it something you enjoy more on your own? Your hubby loves puzzles as well. Oh, your hubby does puzzles as well. No, I don't think so, because we've puzzled a few times, and puzzling with Dave is a lot. Just because it's fun, but he is the type of person who would like steal pieces or constantly distracting, or it's a fun experience, but it's like sometimes can be a little stressful. But also I think just having separate hobbies is good. You know, we do have the things we do together, like we'll playing board games, and we'll do like video games together, but we both have separate hobbies. And then on occasion when he like comes to a puzzle event, you know, it's super fun because we can do the same hobby together. But I think if we did it all the time, I don't know. I just think it's nice to have like separate interests too. I hope that makes sense. Yay! Hi, Minna. I think it's like I can't quite read all of the comments because they're small. But all right, this is a hat that also belongs to this dude. This is a hat that also belongs to this dude. Ooh, maybe I'll work on this hat then. This is me distracted. Let's see. I'm just trying to make some headway in this puzzle. Oh, hey, I found this. That's exciting. Hi, Mom. Got my mom here. Let's see. Dun, dun. Oh, it's this. No, that's not the guy. I think maybe next time, I think there's a way for me to have like two pictures, is to just have like a picture of the puzzle. I didn't think of it until just now. But have the picture of this like on the side so you can know like what I'm working on. That was a good idea. I should have done that. Sorry. Remind me next time to have the picture up on the screen too, because that would be nice to know what I'm doing. And you can tell me what I should work on next. That might be helpful. Right now I'm trying to find pieces for this yellow and red hat. Which is kind of hard because like they're all wearing red. Well, here we go. Found a couple of them. My mom asked for the picture. Here it is. 3 little gnomes with their pumpkins. Definitely trickier than our summer one. I think it might be the trickiest out of all of the ones in the set. Because there's not too many like variations of color. Oh, yay. Okay. At least I made some progress. And then his nose goes here. Oh, sorry. Over here. That works. I'll just make my tea, coffee. Dave and I went and saw, we have like a Regal movie pass situation. So we get to go to the movies all the time. And we went and saw Nightmare Before Christmas in a theater. And it was pretty fun. It's not my, it's not my favorite. Which I know there's like a huge following for it. But it's not like our go-to Disney movie. But it was kind of fun to go and see it in the theater. I realized it wasn't as long as I remembered. Like, I feel like I've watched it a few times and I'm like, this is the longest movie ever. But it really isn't too bad. So an hour and 16 minutes, it just seems so much longer when you're watching it for some reason, at least for us. But it was fun. And then, was it Friday night? We went up to Mount Vernon, which is just like a half hour from us. And we went and saw, we have ads, at least for me, like the algorithm is strong for me. But it was called a Candlelight Concert. And they're in like, I guess, 180 places. And it's all like local people playing. But they all have like this candlelight, I won't say service, but it's not. It's like the venue, all the lights are off except for the candles that are everywhere. It was kind of cool. It was a string quartet, which is not our like go-to, but it was fun because it was themed, and so it was all Halloween music, and that was really fun because they started off with the theme from Psycho, and then they did. Oh, I found a corner piece. Yeah, maybe I should do the edges. But it was fun. It was something different. You know, it was like seasonal, but also, oh, hey, I got the nose that I was looking for. That's exciting. But it was fun. So I don't know if there's one in your area, but each place it's different. So like ours was like a string quartet, but for other places it might be like a piano player, or another place it might be like a duet. Like it really depends on your area. And I liked it. I will say I was a little bummed that it wasn't real candles. It was just like the flickering, like fake battery operated candles, which I get because, you know, it's a hazard to have all these like lit candles everywhere. But also I thought it would be fun. But it was a fun evening. Something different. There's like a little bit of his nose missing. But it also must have a little bit of his beard. So I'm like looking for. You ever think of the terms? You're like, I'm looking for a tip of the nose with a beard. Although it's his hair. I don't know. He either has like braided. Sorry, you can see now. Like braided hair or a braided beard. Yeah. So Mwaba one, is that how you pronounce it? You just got back from Disney, in which the puzzles were better. I've gotten burned by so many different Disney puzzles. It's kind of a bummer because I wanted to love them so much, but they actually have what they call it, the 999 club, because it's frequent that pieces are missing in your puzzles. And the quality is kind of not the best. So if you bought one, I hope it's good, but I have tried a lot of Disney puzzles, and it's just such a bummer because I'm like, they have the resources to make good ones, you know? Oh, wait, is this a foot? It might be a foot. This guy's holding well, they're all holding one. I'm not sure. This one's like waving, which might be over here. I don't get the White Mountain catalog, but I do get, oh, I just got the Bits and Pieces one and the Wentworth one I get. Oh no. Yeah, that's a bummer. Oh, this is his hat. I think this is part of, oh no, I'm not sure. Oh. I think this one's over here, maybe. Oh, it's up here. Oh, Christopher, I forgot. Christopher is a puzzle artist. That's so cool. Let's see. Katie, doesn't feel like sorting. I'm not a sorter. Like, that might have helped me in this situation, but I am not a sorter either. Or don't feel like it. Although, again, probably would help me. I think this goes up here. And I'm taking out some edge pieces at this time, hoping that, like, at least gives me something. There's some things to sort though. Like there's everything looks the same, but there's few colors, and like each of these gnomes has the same colors. They're just like different bits. Like there's a green hat, but then this one's wearing a green sweater. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the green hat. You make space for it though. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be cute at the end. It's definitely not my favorite of the gnome pictures. Let me see. I'm gonna do the green hat. Just making space for it because it's gonna go there in the middle. see, I'm gonna do green pieces. And I'm glad I'm only doing the 300 piece version of this. Like if I was doing a live and I was doing the 500 piece version of this, I think I would just be sitting here having coffee with you guys instead. Oh, here's the hat. Oh wait, is this, no, got too excited. All right, green pieces. I think some of these are like stems of pumpkins too. This is the stem of this pumpkin. We'll see if this helps at all. So Christopher is illustrating a puzzle from White Mountain. That's fun. I'm just asking, how far in advance do you make the picture before it's released? I feel like sometimes I hear about brands like right now with Goodway. I knew about those images that just were released like back in March. So I feel like you'd have to be like a year in advance. Yay! I think this is hot. I'm not quite sure. Oh, I feel like I'm excited when I have like 5 pieces in. Yeah, I have a sort as I go method. I usually just grab like the ones that call out to me and then put it back. Unless it's what's it called? Like a gradient puzzle, I'll do all the sorting at the very beginning. I feel like that's the only time that I have like the patience to sort. But I know others who like do very strict sorting at the very beginning, and they'll spend like hours, and I'm like, I would be like itching to just start the puzzle. Oh, this is part of his beard. So I'm trying to grab some of the green pieces they're in this little cluster. Mm-hmm. 6 months to a year for you to have your puzzle printed. That's kind of fun to know. Ooh, baby. Here's the guy's eye. And then we have like a big nose here. Ooh. Oh, okay. This goes like this. It's the guy's little thing that flips out. Okay. Whew. Let me put that over here for a sec. And this guy is holding. Oh wait, that's not. No, he is holding one. This goes here. Okay. I'm trying to find this one now. We have a snoring Loki in his house. KT asked, do I like random cuts like this or standard cuts? I like both. I think I prefer ones that are like mostly grid cut, but with like a little bit of a difference. So sometimes like New York Puzzle Company has it where they have like a lot of standard ones, but they might be like irregular sizes. So it's like still interesting, but it's not like the grid that you'd see in like Ravensburger. So I like their piece cuts, but something this wild, it's not my go-to, to be honest. Or like Springbok piece cuts, they're fun, but for a large piece, it can be quite challenging if you're not used to them. So I would say, I don't know, I like most of them. It really depends on image. For me, it's really more an image than what style of puzzle pieces. Unless it's one that's like all twos, not about that life. Like Eurographics for the US, currently their 1,000 pieces are just twos, which are like the 2 in, 2 outs that I call. So not my favorite, but I do know that they're changing that. That was one of the plans they were working on, which is exciting because I would love to have a variety, especially with like 1,000 pieces. They have it for all their other piece counts have like the standard pieces, but for some reason the 1,000 pieces in the US are not that way. All right, this is this guy's hand. Let me see if I can find like here. What was I looking for here? Wow, I'm getting distracted so easily. Oh wait. Yeah. Okay. That's exciting. I made like a little bit of progress. And then I think this is the nose for this guy. And this is the, goes there. Well, welcome to the puzzling world, Minna. She just started puzzling in February. That's exciting. I would say Springbok's not my favorite, but I understand the appeal. But sometimes it's fun to like branch out to different styles. What's everyone's go-to brand right now? I feel like that's really hard. I'm like asking you a question that I myself can't answer, because for me there's like so many, and it like really depends on like my mood and the image. But yeah, that's a hard question. So if you can answer it, let me know. I'm very curious. I'm also someone who like doesn't want to be like tied down by one brand, you know? Like I like to show love to so many of them. And even ones that I've had like maybe issues with in the past, sometimes you have to like give them a second chance. Like maybe it was just a bad day. Because I mean, things happen. This is this pumpkin somewhere, maybe? No. I think it's this guy, because he's holding... Oh, hey, like that. Ooh, how'd you like your suns out? I found out recently that they had a lot of changes, which apparently is helping. Because for me, for a while, it was a very hit or miss brand for me. But I was talking to someone, they said that they did like a lot of adjustments, and it's supposed to be a lot better. So I'm excited for them. I would say I'd never like completely rule a brand out unless it was like for ethics reasons, like it was something like really bad. But yeah, I like to try a whole bunch. I like to like right now I'm like in a mindset where I'm trying to find like smaller brands just to like show them love and see what they're all about. Like recently I did Aurora puzzles. Oh my gosh. So do I have it next to me? I do not. But I did the walrus puzzle. If you're on Instagram, you probably saw it a few times. I loved that puzzle so much. And they're itty bitty brand based in Alaska. They use like all Alaskan artists, and I loved that puzzle so much. Quality was amazing. I have nothing negative to say. Like everything about it, I loved. And I do know that they are coming out with another collection, I think sometime next year. And they are going to be doing 500 pieces as well. So that's exciting because they were so good. And I really want to get another one. I forget the price point. It's definitely like higher up there, but they're smaller. So if you find an image that you love, I happened to buy them in person because they were at Portland Jigsaw Masters. And I don't know if that's right. We're going to see for a bit if that one's right. So I got to meet the owners. And it was fun to learn about them and try them. And I did buy my own, so it wasn't like gifted or anything. I did buy my own, and I really liked it. So if you happen to find them in your travels, if you're interested in trying a new brand, they so far have a lot of positive feedback so far. Let's see. Pintu, Reverie, Bits and Pieces, Spring Bucks, and so. Yeah, it's very dependent on artwork for me. There are so many brands that I love. Like, I don't think I could pin it down to like even like top 4. I can definitely pin it down. Say if I was like, what's your price point? Because then I can like lead you into like an idea of like brands that are decent, you know? But or steer you away from brands that maybe aren't the best. I think it really depends because, I mean, there's some amazing puzzles out there no matter like what your budget is, which is awesome. And of course, you could always thrift as well. I love a good thrifted puzzle. I do think that this puzzle is going to be like chaos until the end. That's my hope anyways, because right now the center looks kind of wild, but there's some good chunks available. Ooh, this goes together. That's fun. So I'm really hoping it will just be like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, and I'm done. I do know for, sorry, KT's talking about their Sounds Out experience, that can you see the top of this? I think so. Yes, you can. Sorry, I'm trying to tell by my angle. Sounds Out sometimes also has grid cut as well. I don't know how you can tell unless you're like looking at the listing and if it mentions it, but I've had some that were grid cut and then some that were crazy cuts. I always used to call them crazy cuts, and then I found out the real term for them. So, oh wait, it's just his face. Yay! That's fun. Then I have like, I feel like that would be pretty distinct. A little like, no, this is the opposite of what I need. That's wrong. Cobble Hill is good. What's funny is for years I always just used to get like a Cobble Hill puzzle for Christmas. Like I'd buy one specifically for the Christmas puzzles. And I think I've only ever done like one non-Christmas for some reason. They have a whole bunch of other images. It just seemed like a brand that I would always like go to for that specific reason. And I think I did the same one like multiple years in a row. Woo. I don't know where this one is. Oh, there's a leaf here that I think I don't have yet. I'm coming down to just using one sorting tray. Not like I'm doing a ton of sorting, but it's nice to just like have space. I think I'm just gonna slide these down. These over. So I have this new habit. I don't know if it's a habit. It's not a good habit, that's for sure. Where I'll do a pre-order for a collection, and then it's been like months, and I forgot what I ordered. But I know, like, I should keep the receipts. But I don't know what happened to this one. But anyways, I ordered stuff from Unified Pieces. Like I pre-ordered them, like 5 months ago, like a long time ago. I think it was right after. It was right after Nationals because that's when he told me that they were going to be launching their new collection. And I ordered them. I have no idea which ones I ordered, but apparently they're going to be sent out soon. So I got the email that's like, hey, the puzzles are now in our warehouse. And now I'm like, but which ones did I buy? Like, I totally forgot. Sorry. Their collection though is super fun. I just don't know which ones I bought. Oh, does this go here? It does, yay. And then this is a very distinct leaf. No, wait, does this go down here? Okay, okay. I'm gonna need to move this down a smidgen. What's over here is like darker trees. I did the CDSD mom. I keep thinking there's another scene there. I don't think there is, but is doing a Cobble Hill, and I just did Quilted Cats. Is that what's the name of it? That was a fun one from them. I feel like this year is flying by, and me and Dave were just thinking, like, I can't believe it's like we went to Disney earlier in January. Like, that trip seems like years ago. Bye, Christopher. Thanks for coming. I can't believe it's already like November coming soon. It's wild how fast this year flew. Mm-hmm. Oh, yay. Where's this one then? I think it's in between here. Yeah, that one is that one. This one's this one, I think. Something like that. And this one goes like that. Yeah. That's exciting. Mm-hmm. There. I'm going a little bit further. I feel like this somehow connects. Oh, it does. No, it doesn't. I lied. No, it does. Like that. That Richard Scary puzzle is so fun. I was thinking, if, in case you're not on the Facebook group, to make my Richard Scary puzzle a traveling puzzle. I think that'd be a fun one to send out. Because it's still on like the pricier end of things, so shipping it would probably be about like $6 versus buying it. And that way you can like still experience it. So I think that would be a fun one to get ready. So I would love for more people to be able to do it, especially since it's been like out of stock for ages. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Is there only one? Like that. Okay. Is this good together? Okay, okay. Blue Kazoo has those felt fabric looking puzzles too, and those are definitely on my list. Ooh. I totally missed those ones. That's exciting. I had only ever done the little 250-piece puzzle that I have from them, that I got from Nationals. I know, I feel like it got a little bit further. That's interesting. I'm always eyeing those puzzles that are like not cardboard, just to see what they're about, you know? And then you always go back to cardboard because you're like, this works a little bit better, but that's exciting. Although I do love pin 2 puzzles / piece relax. This one goes here. I don't know, those pieces are giving me a hard time. This is an arm. Or a nose. It's an arm. Okay. Stacy says pin 2. I thought I might get sick of them, but I just don't. I know. I've been really wanting to get another one of their 4,000-piece puzzles. And I've had an eye on one of their 4,800-piece puzzles, which is the bookshelves one. I forget the name of it. But because they're 4,800-piece puzzles, it's like a variety of piece bags. I think there's like a couple 300-piece bags, 500, like it's a variety, which is kind of fun if you're like new to puzzles and you like want to work your way up to a bigger piece, you know, but you don't want to do, I don't know, it's a way for you to grow as you continue on. But also, I just like the idea of doing a large piece puzzle. And to switch out, I love the 160 cats behind me, but it's very busy. So I'd love to do one that's maybe not as busy. So I like the idea of having a puzzle behind me. And my mom is asking, do I remember Pig Will and Pig Boat? Of course I do. I definitely grew up with the Richard Scarry books, which is why I really wanted to do the puzzle. Okay, nope. This one? Yay! Ooh, I feel like I'm I can't keep saying that because I feel like I say I'm getting better and then I get stuck. So we're not going to say that. I take that back. I think that's right. Ooh, there's like green bits and red bits there. This one? Yay! Haha, fun. Eh. This one? Yeah. Da, da, da. Now I have the Halloween song stuck in my head. Has anyone seen any good movies recently? And what were your thoughts if you saw the new Beetlejuice movie? I have mixed emotions. Like, I understand they were trying to be very, I don't know, kind of the weirdness that you see in the original one. It was good. It was okay. Oh, yay. It is a cute puzzle. Now that it's coming together, like, I'm feeling okay about it. I was really struggling at the beginning. I was like, oh no, and I'm doing this live. I am not going to do very well at this. But at least now I'm making some good progress. Definitely is easier, I think, to do the background of this puzzle than doing the gnomes. At least if I can do like an outline of them, I think that's going to help me. Oh, that's wrong. Ooh, edge. Average Java. Oh, fun. I've not seen that one yet. We got the, I think I mentioned earlier, the Regal Pass, so that you can like go as many times as you want in the month. And we did it just for like the 3 month that you have to like sign up for, just to see if it's like worth it for us. So far, we're liking it. We're seeing a bunch of movies, and it's a fun, like, really cheap date night because we got their popcorn bucket. So you only have to pay like $4, I think, for the refill versus like the $9, which is wild. Of how much the popcorn is at a movie theater. So it's been fun to see different movies. Like when we're bored on a weekend, we're like, huh, let's see what's in the theater. I liked it. My gosh, that Loki is a bullin'. Ooh, you. Yeah, the prices of the movies is crazy, which is why we had gotten the pass, because we really wanted to go see Beetlejuice. And it ended up being like, it was stupid. It was like $15 a ticket, but the pass was like, I think it ends up being like $30 for the month. So if you just spend like 2 times in the month, it like paid for itself. And so we ended up trying it. So we at least, it felt like a better deal. But we've used it already to the point where we've gone the amount we needed to make up the cost. It's crazy. Like, imagine like a big family going to the movies. That'd be an expensive outing. So. This goes here. Ooh, there's a foot that goes there. One of my new things, sorry, Marie was just saying there's no discounts, is when we go on Mondays, they have, at least at Regal where we are, they have like mystery movie Mondays, and you go and you don't know what the movie is, and it's a pre-release, so it's actually isn't even out yet, and you can just go and see the newest movie, but you don't know what it is. And I did it a couple times, and so far it's been fun just to like go and you have no choice. And I think it's only like $5 versus like the normal ticket price, but the whole thing is like you don't know what it is. And you can kind of like guess what the movie is if you wanted that, because you could see how long the movie is and have an idea of what it's gonna be. But I feel like that also takes the fun out of it. So And they're very busy on those nights. It would snare us. Can't figure out where to put this foot. That's how I like when for Netflix, we don't have Netflix currently, but they used to have what was it called? It was that chooser. Like I forget it had a name. I forget what his name was. But it was like a little bot that you would just like ask what to watch on Netflix, and it would give you like two options, and you're like, oh, I'll do this one. Like I think you had an idea of like it would give you like a criteria, like do you want drama or do you want romance? And you're like, and then you like pick one, and then it would like give you like a random movie that is on. I kind of missed that. What was his name? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. But me and Dave mention that all the time. There are little randomizers online where you can be like, I don't know what to watch. And then it'll ask you what type of streaming services you have and like what you're in the mood for, how long you have, and it'll like pop out a movie. We've done it a couple times. I feel like we've gotten in a few that we're just like, what was that? And you're wishing you just spent the extra 5 minutes to figure out what you want to watch. Let's see. Rick says, we have a theater that has dinner and a show. We had that when we lived in Maine. It was called, what was it, Smitty's? And it was a thing, you like sat there in the recliner and they had like a table in front of you. And I think we went to one in California, but it was like very pricey. We did it once because it had a Groupon. I feel like this section should go together somehow soon. I'll try to figure that one out. Oh, here? That was it. And then these guys kind of like chilled together for a minute. What's this? Oh, that's fun. They also have a place where they use old table. We had a place when we lived in Maine. What was it called? It was when we lived in Brunswick. And it was a very small theater that had, I think it only had the one cinema. It was like an old theater. It didn't have any of its original chairs anymore. Instead, it was just like a whole bunch of random couches and recliners, and none of it matched. And it was all just like mismatched and kind of dingy. But it was only, I think it was like $6 to get in, and their popcorn was like $1, but it was all like brown paper bags. You have to wonder like if they were breaking any type of like code issues, you know? But it was super fun, and it was a very inexpensive date night. And I think they only had like one movie for like a while. But it was fun. Wait, this is, I think, this guy's arm. It is. And then this guy's hand goes like here. But I like places like that. I think there's something similar near us. I don't know if it's that interesting, but Loki woke up. I love Magic Puzzle Company. I've only ever done one, but it was my favorite puzzle of the year from, was it just last year? That was my favorite puzzle of the year? I think it was last year. I did Mystic Maze, loved it. It was so good. I won't give any spoilers. I do have a video about it, but I loved that puzzle so much. And I do have a second one, which is the Secret Soup, Mystic Soup Secret. I forget what it's called, but would love to do it because it's a good one. Can't figure out where your foot is. Oh, his hand. Yay, look at that. This one? Ooh, this gnome is getting there. Eyes itchy. Oh, I get in the habit of putting pieces on the puzzle and totally forgetting that they're there. It was funny when I was watching back the lives from Portland, I think, because I was getting like footage and such. They were saying how like I had puzzle pieces. They were talking about me and how I had my puzzle pieces on the puzzle and how that might make it hard for me. I was like, yep, I do that all the time. Oh, that's fun. Did a video on dollar store puzzles bits. Those little, I don't have one next to me. Do I? No, I don't. I use them all the times over there. They're like little just flimsy. They're like little plastic cutting boards. They get 2 for $1 or $1.25 now, right? Or close. I don't know when they're changing their pricing, but I use those all the time. That was definitely like my favorite thing I got from that video. Especially when I'm like aching, I don't want to pick up puzzle pieces. It's a way to like scoop all of them on the board and just like dump them back in. It's pretty great. Oh, there's that. I feel like this guy is like here somewhere. Oh, it is right there. And that one. Ooh, it's coming together. What is the puzzle I'm doing called? Sorry, I'm like, I don't know. It is called, it's part of this set here. And it is called Fall Gnomes in the Woods. Sometimes you can find them individually. Like I know the winter one is individual. And I think the summer one is also an individual one. So just keep your eye out. But they sell the packs, and this is a 300 piece version. This is the 500 piece version, and 1,000 pieces. If you want all of them, so it's I feel like a pretty decent deal for all of them if you like it. So, and I'm not affiliated with them. I just bought this myself. Did I buy this myself? I lied. I did not buy these myself. They sent them to me, but I don't make anything from them. where's this? Oh, this leaf. And then his shoe, which is this guy's shoe, I think. Oh, here. Ooh, I'm getting pretty far. I think I just have pumpkins left, which might be tricky, not gonna lie. But I think now that it's like mostly together. Okay. I know, I feel like it got together really fast, which I had expected because it was kind of like I didn't know where things were laying out. But now I think it's gotten pretty far real quickly. So that's exciting. Oh, here. It has taken me way longer than I was expecting though. It just took me a bit to get my footing on this. It's been a while since I've done this pea shape. At least in the pumpkins, there's a little gradient of color. Like Dave's like, you said you were going to be done in about an hour. He's probably hungry. All right, the pumpkins really aren't too bad. There's definitely a lot of color to work with. Nope, not putting it on the puzzle. What is that piece? There's a certain color on there that I don't see anywhere. Don't know. Oh no. Yeah, some of them come in the set and some don't. The winter one does come individually. I mean, some come individually and some don't. I didn't know that the winter one did. I'm pretty sure where this goes. Ooh, ew. Ooh, before we go, I want to ask you a question about a video idea concept that someone had brought up, is to because haul videos are my most popular on my channel, and it would be fun to do like almost like a haul video in like retrospect, like what happened to all those puzzles. Did I do them? Did I give them away? What are my thoughts on them? Kind of like a follow-up to the haul that I did. So I could do one from like a few years ago, and then bye Stacy, and then see what happened to those puzzles, because some might be like was a good idea at the time, and then maybe I grew out of it, or maybe I loved it and it was like my favorite one. It'd be fun to kind of analyze that a little bit. Yes, to all follow up. Haul your shells of old ones. Yeah, I definitely need to be better about going through some of my old stuff. Bring them to the surface. Or just like see what I even have. Ah, almost done. I got 4 pieces. Wait, where's the red one? Oh, wait, didn't I drop a piece? I think I dropped a piece at the very beginning and I never picked it up. I'm going to have to find that in a second. Where did you bring it? There you go. There and there. I don't have it on here. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I dropped a piece at the very beginning, but I never picked it up. But the rug is like all colored, so you can't see it. I should have picked it up right when it fell, but I didn't. Sorry. I don't know where it went. Well, that's a bummer. I don't know what happened to it. Well, there it is. Sorry about the missing piece. I'll probably find it right after I get off the video. It's gonna drive me nuts though. Did I put it underneath things? I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's under my board. The camera's on there, so I can't lift it. No, I'm pretty sure it fell on the floor. So I remember when it happened, I was like, oh no, now I have to get down. And I didn't at the time. Well then. Sorry. Blame Oliver. Does Dave have it? I don't think so. Oh no. Such a bummer. Alright, well, I'm sure I'll find it soon. Right when I least expect, I'll probably hit it when I like start walking somewhere. Anyways, well, thanks so much, guys, for being here. It was super fun. Hope you had some puzzling time in on this Sunday evening. Let me know which you like better, if you like the Friday evenings or the Sunday evenings. I switched it up just to give others a chance to tune in. But thanks so much for being here. If you haven't already, make sure to comment of what your favorite autumn activity is, so you can win the set that is the 500-piece version, which is this guy here. So you can definitely sign up for that, and even if the live is off, you can still comment underneath the video when it becomes available. It takes a little bit for it to render and such, but you can still enter within 24 hours of when this ends, so that way if you are watching it on the replay, you can still enter. So we'll definitely find it afterwards. So thanks so much for being here, and sorry for the missing piece. I'm sure I'll find it right after I get off this. But have a good night, guys, and have a happy Halloween and a safe Halloween. Bye, guys.